All right, round two coming up. So, some of you have to go. So, I'm going to do Milo talk. And then we have some guest speakers. And then some of the trainers prepare some things to talk about. All right? So, I was trying to use different analogies to try to get you to understand stuff. So we did the addiction thing a couple times, and some of you still kind of balk at it, which is fine. It's hard to do a buy-in. So I was in Seattle. I was walking around. I went to a bookstore, and I'm like, come on, look around. And I always get drawn to cookbooks. I've got so many cookbooks. I love cookbooks. I should have brought it down. It's upstairs. Anyway, I saw this cool book. It's in my bag upstairs. In my Iron Man bag. It's you will miss it. And on the front of it was a picture of a fire. I'm like, that's so cool. And I'm going to read the caption inside, and Nicole's going to grab it. I'm like, oh my God, that is what I'm going to use the analogy of fire to see if any of you can kind of figure out what this is all about. All right? So, there's different stages or phases of fire, right? The first stage of a fire is called the incipient stage. This is when oxygen and a fuel source combined have a chemical reaction. Now you guys are going, okay, what does that have to do with me, right? To relate it to you, now at this moment, you decide to change your life, right? You called us up, you walked through the door, you said, yeah, I'm ready to change my life. To get healthy, to do something for you. To do something different. Like I said earlier, for the people that came first, you have to be prepared to sacrifice what you are today in order to be better you tomorrow. This is the book, On Fire. That was my inspiration. So I can tell you I haven't really slept. I've had lots of coffee. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go, okay, how am I going to do this? I'm looking at the book, I got all kinds of recipes. I'm like, okay, forget that. I can't cook right now. But this guy, he takes this portable barbecue everywhere he goes, all over the world. That's what he cooks with. He just does different tops. Anyway, that was my inspiration. It was awesome. So like I said, you have to sacrifice what you are today or to be a better you tomorrow. You need to have small, attainable goals. And those are not a number goal. Do not have a number goal. Don't say, you know what, in 16 weeks, I'm going to lose 35 pounds. Because I dare any of you tell me, you get let's go, I only lost 1 pound. Well, take a pound of butter, slap it on your ass. It's no longer there, you should be happy. I don't care if you lose half a pound. You should be like, woo-wee. Right? Be happy, embrace everything. Because really it's 0.8 to 1.2 pounds a week. Anything else is like a freaking miracle. Okay? But have small goals. Say, you know what? My goal today, only today, is I want to make sure I have my 5 glasses of water. That's my goal for today. Woo! Guess what? And at nighttime you go, yeah, praise Jesus, whatever you want to pray to. Be thankful, because guess what? You did it. I did it. Be excited about that. We never say, hey, good on you. When was the last time you said, you know what? Proud of myself. Right? Be proud of yourself. I always tell people in the morning, you should wake up every day and go, I'm alive. I got my legs, I can do stuff, You're fortunate. You should be grateful. And then have your game plan for the day. When I drive to work in the morning, usually it's 10 to 5 in the morning, I'm like, grateful today because it's a beautiful sunrise. And today my goal is blah, 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 blah. It changes every day. At nighttime when I'm driving home, I'm like, wow, today was a really great day. Or today was a challenge. But that's okay. I got through it. Maybe I'll do something different tomorrow. Or I didn't figure out a different way of doing something. But take that moment in time just for you. Like do it while you're brushing your teeth or something. But just in the morning, start your day off like that. Here's my goal for the day. At the end of the day, go, you know what? I didn't quite achieve that, but that's okay. I learned from it. I'll be better tomorrow. Today, you'll make a big life change. And it's scary. But you know what even is scarier? Regret. By not doing it. Right? So the second stage is the smoldering stage. When you get the fire started. So what do you need to get a fire started? You can't answer that immediately. She's a bonfire every night. They're like, here. What do you need to get a fire started? What? Fuel? Okay, well, okay. I'm not saying put some gasoline on a fire. What do you need to get a fire? Nobody started a fire before? Kindling. What else? Paper, right? Those are all things to kind of get it going. A blowtorch. Okay, so you need to get that thing. That's how you get a fire started. So for you, it's realizing that you're worth it. You may not believe it right now, like I said earlier, but we believe in you. I believe you can do it. So all that paper and kindling and twigs and, maybe a match, maybe a blowtorch, it's all you. You have to understand if you want anything in life, just like the video, you have to ask for it. Because if you don't ask for something, you don't get it. If you say, hey, you know what? I want this. I want this. Right? The answer could be yes. But if you don't ask for it, then the answer is always no. It's always going to be no. If I don't ask for something, I don't get it. A few times, maybe the lucky fairy is going to throw it, 20 your way, but that doesn't usually happen. You have to ask for what you want. I want to be healthier. Great. Let's do that. You have to have the mindset that you can do it. Because if you say, God, tomorrow, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can show up for class and actually get it done. Well, guess what? If you show up like that, you're not going to get it done. It's going to suck for you. If you think this program, you know what? This is going to just be the worst experience ever. Guess what? It's going to be the worst experience. Right? You put it out there. You control it. If you think, I'm going to totally embrace this, I'm going to totally step out of my comfort zone, I'm going to make this work, I'm going to do the best thing I can do, I may fail, but I'm going to dust myself off, I'm going to get back at it, guess what? You're going to be successful. That's the difference. Right? You have to believe that quitting is not an option. Because I can tell you right now, failure is not an option for me. I do not like to fail. It's my biggest pet peeve. When I got up for this award in Victoria, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go. I don't like to fail. What if I don't get the award? I didn't get it, but that's okay. I was thinking, what went through my head was, I don't want to fail. I don't know how I got nominated. I had no idea. But the anxiety, like, well, what if I fail? So I went to my counselor. I'm like, Sharon, what if I don't get it? Just what does that dictate who you are? No. Well, are you doing a good job of what you're doing? Yeah. Are you successful? Like, yeah, I'm pretty successful. Well, isn't that what all that matters? I'm like, okay, yeah. That's after a little trophy, that's okay. But I didn't like to fail, right? And the only way you're going to fail this program is if you quit, and then we're going to hunt you down. We have your address in the computer. I was threatened to show up at your house. Right? So, you have to be stronger than your excuses. There's no more excuses. Throw them all out the window. Be done with them. And you have to stop beating yourself up for things in the past. Stop beating yourself up. Remember, your past is the past. It's just a story. And once you realize that it has no power over you, man, can you imagine if you go, what happened to me in my past has no more power over me, and I can move forward? Now that's powerful. I always say, my brother goes, I can't be in a relationship because, Mom never told me she loved us. And I get it, but she always was there for us. She fed us, she's a great mom. But she can't get past that. I said, hey, that expired a long time ago. Can't use that anymore. Right? Those things that happened in your past, they've expired. Move on. They don't dictate you anymore. You can learn from it. I mean, all the crap that went on to my background, I used it to fuel me to be better. When I started this business, you know what somebody told me? You'll never make money in this business. I'm like, really? I don't know. I think I'm doing okay. I started with 12. I have 155 now. I started a mobile van. I got 7,000 square feet now. You know what? Because I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm going to be the best. I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm going to take over group fitness in Oceanside. And we have almost. Right? I just want to take over. And you know what? I'm the most hated person by all the other gym owners. I know one guy, he owns a gym, and I've never met him. And he doesn't like me. Because his people come over here sometimes. That's okay. I don't care if you go somewhere else. I don't care if you go both places. I have a trainer, I say, hey, why don't you train both places? You want more hours? You can work for him, you can work for me. Ooh, they won't allow that. Why not? Because it's a common ground. My common goal is to work with you to be healthier, right? You have to live for today, like I said, in this moment, in this second. Yesterday's already happened, and you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? So that's that kindling. It starts with you. It's kind of like, okay, I got this idea. I want to be healthy. Let's start putting down some goals. Let's just start showing up. Let's try. Let's believe in ourselves. Let's just do it. Let's go in with the right attitude, like, hey, I'm going to do it. It's saying, ooh, I don't know about this. If you walk in that, that's going to get the fire started. Okay, so now the fire is going. And it's too bad that some of the returning ones aren't here right now. Because this is what happens for some of the people that have been in the program for a while. They get that fire going, and they're all fired up. And then a couple years in, they go, I'm not losing any weight anymore. I'm not motivated. Well, that's because you let the fire out. Right? So the third stage is the growth stage. So there's numerous factors that influence the growth stage, like the environment, right? If you're adding fuel to keep it going, we have to nurture the fire. Because if you don't, you can get it all going, the kindling, you're getting a stick going, it's blowing, it's got a little flame going. But if you walk away, what happens to fire? It goes out. You have to nurture it. You have to build upon it, right? You got to add some wood. Maybe get the blowtorch out again, whatever you need to do, but you got to build it up. You have to work at it. The fire doesn't just say, hey, there it is, good to go. Throw some steaks on, hopefully they're going to cook, and walk away. You have to nurture that. So for you guys, it's keeping with the plan. Seeing your goal. Like I'm going to visualize. I see it in my head, I see it, I constantly see it, right? And then I work towards it, right? I see it, I visualize, I work towards it. Because remember, a goal is just a wish without a plan. You can say, my goal is to be the healthiest me I can be. Boom, done. How are you going to get there? What's your plan? You have to have a plan to get there. We're providing you with a plan, but we can give you everything. But if you don't execute it and go, oh, these are all the things that could get in my way of my plan, and how am I going to overcome those? Then it's just a wish, right? And then the big dream is just a goal. Really, I had my dream. I had a goal, and then I had a plan, I had a timeline. I broke it all down. So your little goal could be, hey, I'm going to have my 5 glasses of water today. So that's my goal. My plan is I'm going to mark on 3 big water bottles. I have to have it done by 10 o'clock, noon, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. That water bottle is done, next water bottle. 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, water's done. There's my plan. What if I lose one of those water bottles? Oh, that could get in the way. I'm just going to make sure I have a backup plan. I'm going to make sure I have water in my vehicle. I'm going to make sure I have water by my desk. Hey, there's a plan. I thought about my plan. My goal was to drink my 5 glasses of water. I had a plan. I thought of things that might get in the way of the plan, and boom, I made it happen. You'll hear me say boom a lot. Boom! We didn't, right? So this is the stage that makes or breaks you. This is the stage, so you're going to get going, you're fired up. I'm in week 8. Or no, week 7 when the scale does not move. You're going to go, what the heck? I was on a roll, and then it did not move. So you go, forget it, fire. I don't like you anymore. I'm not going to do it anymore. No, you're going to go, whatever. That's okay. I'm going to keep going. Keep building on the fire. You got to get on a roll, and sometimes, when you're going, something unexpected happens. I get sick. Ooh, I strained my calf in class. Right? You could get injuries. It's going to happen. We just work through them. My shoulder got hurt. Oh. We had a lady that, had to have stitches. Oh well, she kept going. This happens. But are you gonna quit because of that? No, don't quit. Because life is, like I said earlier, it's about a lot of peaks and valleys. We are successful. Ooh, crap, we failed. Ooh, we're successful. We failed. That's okay. Learn from them. We move on. We're going to have stuff happen to us. We're going to binge one day, one night, one weekend. We're going to miss a workout. We're going to have an injury. But it's all up to you. You guys have all the power. You hold the power, Kimberly. You hold it, right? And only you dictate how or what other people do to you, or what the situation affects you. You have the power. You have the power. You have the power. You have the power. You go, God, creating that just totally work drove me crazy. Oh well, I don't know, beat up on that punching bag over there for a while and I feel better. Or, I'm going to go eat and drink my face off and I'm going to feel better. Not. Because what happens when you eat and drink or whatever you do, you go, I'm so happy. Ooh, I'm so depressed. That's what happens. It's that high and low, right? So think of different outlets. You have to have the fight to keep going. For some of it, it's just fear. The fear is what I see. The people that have been around for a while. So I'm just going to use this as an example. We've got some ladies, and they want to get into Wonderland. That's out of the 200s, right? They get to 203. God, next week, 202. Oh shit, I'm 201. I'm going to just eat out of 210. Oh God, how did I get to 210? Because they don't want to get to Wonderland, really, because they're too scared to see, if I get to Wonderland, can I stay there? Is that attainable? Am I strong enough? Why do you believe that you are? Take a chance. Get past that number. Right? Get past it. Hey, I don't know if I can do a half marathon. Oh, I don't know. Hey, why don't you start with 10K? See how that works out for you. Right? Little ones. Right? Like, what? I'm not doing a half marathon. Stop being afraid to be successful. What's the worst thing that can happen if you're successful? Right? Imagine that you really did hit your goal and maintain that. Now that's a cool factor, right? You have to focus on the positive and the success you've had. Right? Let that be your driving force. So the people that have been around for a while, I want you don't focus on, God, I'm just not in the zone. I just don't know what happened. I want you to think. Because for the new people, this is you guys. Holy shit, what have I got myself? You're kind of like, And then by 60 weeks, like, boom. I'm looking good. I call it the peacock effect. Right? Everybody's all, ooh, yeah, I feel good. So, for the people that are returning that are kind of stuck, I want you to think of that moment when you're like, damn, I got those skinny jeans. I felt good. I got to do that, whatever it may be. For one guy was like, I don't have to get asked for the second buckle on the airplane. Right? Whatever that may be for you. Hey, guess what? I can shop any store now. Hey, how about that? Or they was, hey, guess what? I don't need to get on that step anymore. I don't need a bench. I can get off the ground. Ooh, that's quality of life. I don't need somebody to tie my shoes for me because I can do it on my own. Right? That's a cool factor. That's what you want to do. Because what happens is, like I said, the fourth stage, that's a decay stage. That's when we stop nurturing that fire. We gave up on that fire. We don't try to build it up anymore. We leave it alone. Right? And that's what happens when you give up. You quit. Well, you don't wake up in the morning and go, you know what? I'm just going to be a quitter today. Total quitter. I'm going to start my day being a quitter. No. Don't set yourself up for failure. You know, here's an example. I've got my 2 clients. I love them. I've never seen 2 women work as hard as these 2 women. I make them do the craziest stuff on Thursdays. And it's Easter. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to have chocolate this weekend. Really? So you set yourself up for failure already? Otherwise, it's going to be so stressful this weekend. I got my family coming over. I'm drinking, just so you know. You want to put it out in the universe and you're going to, why would you do that? Why do you put it in the universe? You know what? I know it's Easter. My dad gives me chocolate all the time, but I'm going to do everything I can not to eat it. I'm going to come up with some strategies, and I may not be perfect, but I'm going to be better than I was last Easter. Hey, my family's coming over, and I know it's stressing me out, and I just want to drink, so I don't have to deal with that. Hey, my family's coming over, I'm going to have some strategies. Like, I'm actually going to take some time out for myself, even though they're all there. That's what I do. I leave, I'll go hide out in my room, and I'll be in that bathroom for a long time. I got some issues, so I'm so long. Right? I don't care. I just need time out from that. But that gives me that time. Otherwise, I'm going to be, the bottle piece up big enough. I want to inject it into my arm. Right? We all have our things. But you have to have a strategy. You might go, hey, I'm going to see my family. I'm already going to do this. Don't set yourself up for failure. Come up and have a strategy. But put it in the universe. That's what I do. You don't have to do it. That's what I just put in the universe. Because 3 weeks ago, I go, cool, what's my number? Because overhead's a lot of money here, okay? Spend a lot of money to keep this place running. What's the number? 109. Holy shit, 109? Okay, doors don't stay open at 109. Boom, universe, I need clients. Let's get some clients. I start going shopping. You know what? Shopping Save On Foods. They don't know me yet. I got a whole brand new group of people I got to. At first I go there like, those lineups are so long. I hate them. Oh, hey. Anyway. What gym do you go to? Here's my car. I don't know any cashiers. Hi. I hug them. You'll get used to me. Here's my business card. Right? Guess what? I got 6 people because of that. Right? Why? Because I put out the universe. I need people. And now guess what? We have too many. There's a list that I have to call back. There's like 20 of them. I'm sorry, we're full. Be careful what you wish for sometimes, right? But if you put out the universe, however you want to do it, everything I've done in my life to be successful, I put it out in the universe. However you guys want to do it, and my spiritual person, do I go to? No, I don't, but I have my own little thing going on, and that's my thing. Everything's personal, but I like to put it out there. Right? So if you can put it out there and start right and keep the fire growing, then you'll be successful. But you can't go through and don't ignore it. Because remember, this is your forever plan. It's your forever plan. You don't just, 16 weeks from now, you don't go, okay, I'm done. Keep going. And it doesn't mean, hey, my kid's got to eat different. Spouse, my husband only wants meat and potatoes every single night. Well, guess what? Are you going to enable that? Because really, make sure he has life insurance. You're just killing them if you're cooking. Right? Your children. You'll get to know me. I call a spade a spade. I can't help it. I try to tactfully do things sometimes. It does not always work. I totally apologize. Sometimes you'll look at me and go, God, she's in a bad mood. She's mean. Really? It means that I've got 5 million thoughts in my head and I'm like, I'm going. Right? It's not that I'm in a bad mood. The brain's going. And if it's 1 minute before the class, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Yeah, no. That's not going to happen. Right? So, it's setting yourself up for success right off the bat. And before I forget, I have to just quickly change topics. please, please, please do not park anywhere except for the front of our building and behind. See the sign that says no parking? Don't park over there, please. And especially if you have kids and you want to see the helicopters, that's cool. Go to the front, they'd love to give you a tour. We have a helicopter, in the summertime, the helicopters go all the time. You know, it was like in the middle of the work, I'm like, hey, the helicopter's coming. You know what, just, you can watch it from here, just be careful. They also do emergency. So if you're parked over in their spot and they can't get there, you know, lives are in jeopardy, okay? Just park here. The landlord comes over and goes, hey, just gives me that. So you'll see me all be all like, that's because they're ragging out on me. So please just park here. There's a gate. There's tons of parking. Park anywhere in the back. All right, it's nice out. The doors will probably open or unlocked back here, so you don't actually have to walk around. Although that would be good for you, right? That would be a good thing. So was there anything else I need to talk about that? There's parking. Nothing else. Okay. So we're going to bring up some guest speakers because we do that every single time. It's only I love to hear it because I have no idea what they're going to talk about. So the first person I'm going to bring up is a guy that I started training back in September. He's done amazing. And he has stepped out of his comfort zone on so many different levels, so many different times. And when I said, hey, want to talk? Hell no. No, but I guess I should, because that's super uncomfortable for me, and that's stepping out of my comfort zone, but I'm going to do it. So I'm super proud to invite Oren up. I think. That was good.